For joining us today. It is definitely lunar energy, so this is Moon's Day. To each and every one of you guys, if this is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for joining us on today. I want to say salutations to my madrina, to my padrino, to my oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, and Palo. As you've been notified that Chief Apostle Ely is live. On this particular platform, I do not teach my personal beliefs. What I teach on here are universal laws because the universal laws apply and are applicable to each and every one. When it comes down to real magic, real spirituality, you have to have a drive to want to know the truth. What's up there, Tree Rhonda Aries in the house? When it comes down to what I teach on this platform, one of the things that I have decided to do, because I have been teaching, I have been sharing, I have been an example, and so one of the things that I want to do, what's up Miranda, aloha, I want to do and I have been doing, is a show and tell. And a lot of the information that I share, sometimes people don't see or how it is profitable for them. And so therefore, when it comes down to real magic, I can become also an executor of anything that I teach or preach. What's up there? Demetrius Clark is in the house, Gemini, and then we got Mama Susan Gemini right behind him. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, as you guys are being notified, I want to say this. What's up, Boaz? What's up, my Pisces? I do realize that when it comes down to magic and spirituality, it has a lot to do with levels of commitment. I am on vacation. I have been studying. I've been preparing for other activities that are going to take us to millionaire status. And Demetrius, I did talk to my padrino about Kimbanda, and so he did tell me that he practices Kimbanda. He was trying to encourage me to do something. He said that what I had was stronger, but I am still going to go through that process with him, since he does he is initiated into Kimbanda, and I want because I gave you my word that is something that I'm going to do, even though I'm going to be doing multiple things at one time. Now, that being said, I don't strive to lose. Those that do not know me, I am Crown Mafedifun Oya. I'm rocking her tonight, even though it is moon energy, Cancerian energy. I'm excited because I realize that what's up, my baby Scorpio? Just seeing you. What's up, my baby Scorpio? There go crab cakes, Monique 444. Now, let me explain something to you all, and I'm going to say this again. My magic is extraterrestrial. I was born to do the works that I do. I have access to all 9 realms of the spirit. I effectively operate out of Haitian voodoo and necromancy. I am root work, hoodoo, Ocha, Lukumi, Santeria, Kabbalah. I mean, the list goes on and on. And I have been practicing out of the 6 and 7 books of Moses since I was 13 years of age. And so, I want to say this before we get in further, before any of the trolls come in and want to have a say. I'm going to warn you that I am a true Sagittarius. My moon is in Aries and my rising sign is Pisces. So if you want to come in my live, be warned. Okay? Now, I am not interested in any of the disinformation or misinformation that you have accumulated in these United States. Not concerned. On this platform, it is here to educate melanated people. Melanated people that are in the church that practice the ATRs or practice the black arts. It is also here for melanated people that have left the church that practice the ATR still, but have church influence. This is for those that actually want to understand what it is to be initiated into practices where they can actually experience real arte. They are not just getting spiritual fetishes, but they have an understanding how energy and frequency work. So I need you to understand that if this platform is not for you, then what you can do is hit that like button and skedaddle. That is nicest I'm gonna be on today. I'm on vacation, so I might go anywhere with this conversation. So I'm giving you an opportunity to say hi and bye. Okay? On this platform, we learn and we understand growth. The moon energy is about growth. And I want to help melanated people that have intentions of developing, have an intention of renewing their minds, have an intention of changing patterns on their own. Say, bro, you look like my roommate. I could not possibly look like your roommate because I own my own house and we would be fucking. So I couldn't look like your roommate. And unless you know how to give good head and swallow, I don't see that happening. I ain't stayed with nobody since I was with my mom. I done been married since I was 19. Okay? And even though I don't do what Miss Cleo do, please don't come over here making fun of black people. This is the wrong live. I don't have to do what Miss Cleo did. I don't have to understand what she was doing. From my understanding of her research, that she was psychic in nature, and that was white people behind her giving her that description. And for whatever reason she did what she did, I'm still here to tell you I'm a melanated man and I'm a completely black African American man. You will not make fun of black people on my not on this. Only person gonna roast black people on this website here is me. Only monkey you saw here is the monkey nuts in your mouth. Like, if y'all want to go for that, your mama has the driest pussy on this side of the equator. I wouldn't call nobody no monkey. I wouldn't do that. But thank you for coming. Now, I want to talk about something tonight because I believe that melanated people should have the opportunity to be educated. I believe that melanated people should have the opportunity to hear from somebody that actually lives this. One of the things that I feel that is at the disadvantage of melanated people to practice the ATRs is economics. Because spirituality is not a lifestyle for most, not all, but most black American people, it is in a lot of instances a luxury to practice the ATRs, when actually spirituality should be the first in your life and it should be a way of life. But most melanated people do not come up with that a part of how they live. And so therefore any expenses outside of regular expenses like light bill, rent, or mortgage, or car note, or insurance, they see the practice of an ATR as a luxury. In my particular case, it's a lifestyle. Just like I would pay my light bill, I'm going to take care of my egg rooms. Just like I would pay my water bill, I'm going to take care of my cauldrons. Is that Alafia? Alafia. And so I think it is very, very important to have a clear understanding. What's up, love, my Taurus in the house? I think it is very, very important to understand my mythology. And so I want to talk about this tonight. So many of you guys that may get involved in my 13th circle, that me and Monique has been going over how to set up the Apollo family that we're going to have on the website. And I've been trying to engineer things that are going to be affordable, but also to teach melanated people how to benefit. And a lot of the things that I'm placing on my website has to do, if you do not want to get initiated, but you want the benefits of a particular tradition, you will be able to have access to that type of energy and frequency in your life. That is the point, because everybody cannot afford, or everybody does not have the time in their life that they can set aside to go through all the ceremonies that are necessary. And even if you go through the ceremonies, there is no guarantee that you will have access or you will be able to receive certain orishas or impungos. A lot of times people feel like because they get initiated, your ancestors have to grant you access. A lot of the things that I have been able to get and receive is because I was born to possess these orishas, the impungos, and also the loa. So a lot of the ceremonies that I'm going through I was born to do those things, and so therefore what I am doing is bringing that particular access to all of my supporters, especially if you got in your graveyard work, especially if you've been a loyal and supporter of Chief Apostle Ely. I am trying to give melanated people access to things without being deceived, access to things without having to go through you just might not be your time. Maybe it's not something that you want to give that much time to, but you also want the real workings of a particular ATR. So I am in honor of Mafedifun Yanza, a mother of 9, a mother of many colors, as you see her in the background. I'm going to talk about this today. The subject I have is, you don't have to change, I will. And I am speaking to adult people. This is not for children. A lot of melanated people, when they're going through situations and circumstances, they're always and normally looking for people to change, to be able to dance to the beat of their drum. I, as an individual, for the things that I want to accomplish in my life, I do not mind making the necessary change to get what I want or I desire. What I mean by that, if what I've been doing today is I have been studying relentlessly in Palo and getting all of that stuff prepared. So when I go to the website and I do all that, I am not sitting around waiting on my padrino, my madrina, my oba to educate me when I can educate myself. I am not sitting around for somebody to tell me what God can do. Before I called God the Mighty and Zombie, I was calling God the El Shaddai. I was calling him Divine Mother. I don't have a problem changing. I think that a lot of people, whether it is even it came down to my personal business, and when Minister Mario, son of Achosi, passed away, I changed. I put myself in a position to be able to overcome my circumstance and situation. Sometimes in life, you have to, Mother Susan used the term, you have to take the bull by the horn. And in order to take the bull by the horn, you got to learn how to get in front of things. I think that a lot of us are so reactive. If you ever took teaching up on me, and if you ever applied those teachings, you will know that I am a very proactive individual. I do not wait to the last minute. I do not wait on people in order to get stuff done. What I have noticed that a lot of people feel like life has to change in order for them to do better. No, my life will change because I am going to change. Life is going to get better in my life, and it's going to be abundant because I'm going to do whatever it takes. Whether that's giving more money, whether that's education, whether that's changing my circles, whether that's adjusting how I look at things, whether that is acquiring more tools that I can actually put myself in better position. I want to encourage melanated people. That's not true. But thank you for trying to cite me out. I want to encourage melanated people to understand. Every teacher, every educator has a reason why he or she teaches the way that they teach. I don't believe in accepting disappointments. I don't also believe in allowing other people to dictate to me what's possible. Especially when I know that it is a part of my destiny and a part of the things that God has for me. And this is what I want to encourage many of you all. If you're going to continue watching me, you have to take in consideration that I am a proactive individual. You have to take in consideration that I do not sit around and wait on opportunities, I create them. There's no reason why I would invoke the name of Elohim, which is the creative force, and then turn around and wait on somebody to make a way for me. What I do is I operate through the 72 names of God. I utilize the Kabbalah. I utilize the knowledge that has been afforded to me. And what I do is what is called willpower, or some people say Ogun. Where there's a will, there is a way. Mother Susan said, I have been watching you. She said, I noticed that you are moving very fast, Apostle. I am making sure that I am going to meet my appointment. I am making sure that the next person that comes to me, that I will be able to accommodate them, and I will be able to do that proficiently. I am making sure that when the next time that I have a situation or circumstances, I won't be looking around for a tool. My experience with Minister Mario was that because I was so in depth with Haitian Voodoo, I didn't see a need to practice these other types of ATRs. And I could not crown him because I was not, I worked with the Orishas before, but I had never to the capacity of being crowned and all of that. Very familiar with the whole Santeria, all of that, grew up around that, but I myself never got that indulged at that point like he needed it. And so therefore, all of the different changes we had to go through with those people that are in those positions or pretending to be in that position, because you really don't know until you get involved of who is and who ain't. And just standing, the way everybody talked, everybody connected with their Orishas, everybody connected with them Pungos, everybody connected. But I found somebody that has been, in an Oba, that has been able to give me the things that I need. And one thing about me, I'm a businessman. Supply and demand. How to be proficient. How to have goals. A lot of times, a lot of you guys get discouraged because you don't have real goals. Because if you have a vision for your life, I would never sit around, if I got a vision, which I do, and allow somebody to hinder my vision. I'm not going to do that. I had a conversation with Pedrino about a particular cauldron that I wanted in Palo, and he was referring to my father in Ocha, which is Babaluaye, St. Lazarus. So he suggested that I get Kubiande, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, which is St. Lazarus in Palo, because he's my father. So I changed. I'm going to tell you what I did. I'm going to follow his guidance in the sense of that's what he wants me to do first, but I am still going to get what I want. So if I have to work harder, if I got to grind harder, if I have to give up something else in order to achieve, what's up there, Darius? That's what type of person that I am. You can't put a roadblock in front of me. I am too determined. I am too committed to what I am doing to allow somebody to put the brakes on me, to allow a detour to keep me from going to my destination. This is why I said you don't have to change. People don't, like, a lot of times in life, you trying to get your mama to change, your daddy to change, you trying to get your husband to change, you trying to get your wife to change. I work with Mafedifun Oya, the deity of change. Like I'm a Sagittarius. I have a mutable in there. We have adaptability. I have no problem getting to my destination, and whatever I need to do mentally, emotionally, economically, if I have to whatever adjustment that needs to be made for me to overcome that mountain, to get beyond that river. I'm thinking about the song, ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no river wide enough, ain't no valley low enough. You can't dig a ditch deep enough that I won't overcome that. Kubiande. Thank you, Demetrius. So, a lot of people will look at a situation like that and they say, well, okay, maybe they... I don't think like that. I want y'all to have a real vision. not based on people, places, or things. Have a real agenda. Have a drive. The purpose of doing the ETA is to know how far it is to get to that destination. And then I make the adjustments that are necessary to get me to that. This is a great leader. Thank you, Miranda. I appreciate that. I don't expect my padrino to know my capacity. I expect me to know my capacity. He doesn't understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. He doesn't understand my black culture. He doesn't understand my position as a pastor, and that I am going to be dealing with multiple people from different various backgrounds, and I want to be as well grounded and excelling in these ATRs as I can in order to be able to protect my flock as well as I can. I had a consultation, and I'm not going to talk about what we talked about in the consultation, but I was talking to Chris today from Philadelphia. And one of the things that I always try to do with melanated black men, I try to encourage them when it comes down to magic. And I try, because a lot of times black men fall through the cracks, and some of you guys have to still understand that we live in a society that was designed to displace him, to disrupt him. It was not created, it was an environment that was created for him to grow and to thrive. And so therefore, because I have been blessed the way that I have been blessed, I'm always trying to give black men adjustments and alignments in order for their life to be more stable and for them to gain ground when in this thing called life. And spirituality, your spirituality gives you that footing that nobody can take from you. And let me explain it to you like this. When you know your energy, when you know your frequency, you know your vibration, nobody can deceive you. As great as you may think I am, I can't deceive you. When your energy does not lie. I'm going to say that again. I teach universal laws because I want you to understand why this is so essential to melanated people. And people that do not have, as Chris said, extraterrestrial energy, they don't understand 666, they do not operate in carbon energy, they cannot give you guidance that they don't have. They don't need the things that we need in order to fuel our energy. But we do. What's up, Shamari? And so therefore, I understand that. But when you find somebody that not only has the knowledge, but are able to articulate to various of people on different levels of life and economic, it takes a lot. When you are supporting me, you have to understand that I deal with a lot of people. And to put your heart into this, you have to really care about people. You have to really understand that certain people lack certain things. Minister Mario told me this one time because I changed how I address people based off of what he discussed with me. And one of the things that he discussed with me, because I would say certain things, he would say, everybody did not come up the way. He said, I didn't even come up the way that you came up. And he said, it seemed like you were expecting people just to know certain things, and everybody wasn't raised like you. Everybody didn't have the opportunities you have. So a lot of times you guys see me saying things and repeating things because I'm always trying to give you the consideration that you did not have the opportunity. You did not have the information. You did not have the training. You did not have the exposure that I had. And so that's why I freely give this. I freely give this. I could charge for this. I could do all. I don't do that. I want melanated people, male and female, gay, straight, and bi, educated, uneducated, to have an opportunity to understand what it is to be melanin, what it is to understand what a science is, why mathematics matters, why science matters, why you should be able to understand who you are and why that energy matters when you get into Ifa, when you get into Santeria, when you get into Lukumi, when you get married, when you decide to start your own business. You have to understand that. I'm sorry, somebody said, oh, sumare. These are the things that are so important that people like me do not deceive the masses. It is so many people out here making people think that they have things that they don't have in order to get money. I'm not going to do that. I'm not a person of flattery. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. I'm going to tell you. I'm trying to teach you ways that I don't find myself in circumstances and situations. Unlike a lot of you, I don't feel like somebody could use me. I'm going to get closer because I'm talking to grown people. I don't feel that there's no man or woman on planet Earth can use me, because I'm only going to do what I desire to do. And anything apart from that, the Spirit told me to do it. And the reason I'm saying that is because when you are trying to achieve what you are trying to achieve in your life, you cannot walk around here with mentality that everybody's trying to get your money. Everybody's trying to get this out of you. That you're going to hinder yourself. You're going to be around here, whether you're in a spiritual relationship or a natural relationship, you're going to be around here setting up mental blocks and allowing energies into your relationships with these people that really shouldn't be there. Because at the end of the day, as long as I get what I need to get to do the things that God has called me to do, that's all that matters. The fact that you're still sitting here on today as a grown man or woman worrying about who is using you. As long as the Spirit is using you, the Egun is using you, the Loa is using you, or the Nkisi is using you, or the Orisha, or whatever Egun it is, that's all should matter to you. That you are actually functioning in your role, in your timeline for the collective. My concern is that I don't believe that black people, melanated people, are willing to change because they believe that Jesus paid it all. This is one of the biggest anchors in the soul of prosperity and success for melanated people. You're not going to get up and do what you need to do when you feel like some entity called Jesus is going to give you. It's not going to happen. It's like if you have a parent that you know that's going to give you the money. You're not going to get up and try to come up with a creative way to pay your bills because you always know you can get it from daddy, mama, brother, sister, cousin. You're never going to utilize those creative juices because you sit there and thinking that this Jesus, and you wait weeks, you wait months, you wait years, and there's so much you could have accomplished if you had the right mindset. I tell people, you ain't got to change. I will. You don't have to stop being racist. I'll change. You don't have to stop being a liar. I will change. You don't have to stop being a thief. I will change. You don't have to stop being a procrastinator. I will change. You can continue to be a reactive person. I will change. You can continue to be broke. You can continue in all of those low vibrational energies that you want. You don't have to do any of those changes. I will. I will live the life that I was destined to live. One thing that I've showed the people in my church, one thing that I've showed the people in my church after they have refused to take my teachings, after they have refused to utilize the examples that I have given, now I'm in a mode of show and tell. I can show you that the God that I serve, that will take 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread and feed the 5,000. I will show you that I serve a God of Elohim, that He made heaven and earth out of nothing. The Bible says that the earth was null and void. In other words, the abyss, the nexus. One thing that I understand about the divine, because it is the source, that it can create anything that I have need of. And so therefore, if you want to, as they say, pussyfoot along, sir, man, you ain't got to change. I will change. I would not allow your doubt. I would not allow your procrastination. I would not allow your frailty of who you are and what you are to hinder me from being great in what God has for me. I try to teach people, stop using excuses, make the necessary sacrifices, put yourself in a position that you don't have to wait on somebody to give you a raise. You can give yourself a raise. You don't have to sit there and wait on for somebody to give you an opportunity. You create your own opportunity. You don't have to sit there and wait on somebody to show you favor. You can create favor for yourself. Yes, it's going to take work. Yes, it's going to take sacrifice. That's a part of the process. But the mere fact to sit there and say that you cannot get what God or the divine has for you, that's a lie, sir, man. But it's not going to sit there. If you want that chair out of that tree, you're going to have to cut it out of there. You want that table out of that tree, you're going to have to cut it out of there. You want that diamond out of there, you're going to have to dig it out that coal. You want that amethyst out of the ground, you're going to have to dig for it. The problem is you want somebody else to go and do it. So if you want somebody else to do it, then you got to wait on their time. But if you want it for yourself, and then you can respect the labor that's behind it. That's why I do want certain people to get involved. Because a lot of y'all think it's simple to manifest, especially the way that I manifest for people. You think it's cool to ask me for certain things, even though I tell you my body is going through. You don't even show me the consideration. Say, you know what? This man just came out of this ceremony. He got all this on me. No. But then when I look at my Cash App, you playing. I'm not going to ever, and I don't want nobody to think I'm being funny. I'm never going to take you serious because economically, that's like somebody telling me they're making $25,000 a year and they want a $400,000 house. I'm not going to take you serious. I'm not, if a guy telling me that he want to learn how to loan dick his boyfriend or his girlfriend and he ain't got but 4 inches, I'm not going to take him serious. Now, what I can teach you is how to stab. That's what I can teach you because I got to work with what you're working with. I don't care who you are, wherever you are in this thing called life. I don't have a problem working with you, but I'm going to deal with what's actually there. I'm not going to deal with what you are imagining yourself to be. I'm not going to deal with what you would like yourself to be. I deal with who you are. And then we make plans of how to bring about the change that you want in your life. I'm a type of person that if I believe that if you want something bad enough, you will do what you need to do. I was telling Chris, I said I was in a situation where I knew what I needed to do. I felt it within myself. I had this knowing. And I was married at the time, and they were trying to say I didn't want to work, and I was being irresponsible. And I had a dream that I was kneeling down and opening up one of the letter boxes at UPS. And in the dream, there were other letter boxes from other delivery companies. But I was kneeling at the UPS box, right? And so when I came out, when I had the dream, I was told by my wife, just get a job. Then I went to the pastor of the church, which was, her mom, no pun intended. But I went to her because she was in the prophetic as well. And so I went to her about the job that I wanted at UPS. And her response to me was, my son couldn't even get a job out there. And in my mind, I didn't say it out loud, but I was like, what the fuck you bringing up your son about? I'm telling you about what I want. But none of that made me give up on my vision. Now, when I went after UPS and I went in through the door of Christmas, because that's normally how everybody get on. I worked Christmas and then they did not hire me back directly. Because I was determined. I knew that job was for me. But it took me 6 months. And I want y'all to hear me real well. When you marry and you got a woman, you got responsibilities, that's a long time for somebody to be looking at you crazy. That's a long time for people to be gossiping about you don't want responsibility. And I want y'all to hear me right now, because you may be in a space right now, what you doing and how you doing it may look crazy, may look out of sync, that may got you looking irresponsible. But I want you to understand that at them 6 months that it took me to get hired, and I'm gonna tell you what happened. I kept going back out there, putting my things down. I kept going back out there. They said, we told you we don't have a position. Lo and behold, somebody I knew that worked out there, he told me, he said, this girl is leaving. And there's going to be a position open. Because I was determined. Now, I want y'all to be honest. Because sometimes when you trying to get a manifestation, it don't always come instantaneously. But can you hold on? So, in that process, he told me what was going on inside. So I came back. So I got a phone call from the supervisor, Mike Ralphes. I'll never forget him. Didn't even know he was Sagittarius at the time. Me and him didn't get along. So he called. He said, "You want a job?" I had been coming out there so much, they all knew me. He said, "You want a job?" I said, "Yes." Came out there, did what I with the paperwork and all that. They hired me. I went into the feeder. I didn't even think I was gonna make it. Cause do you ever work for UPS and ever went in that feeder? It's one thing to want what you say you want. I had them I had to wait 6 months. Then I had to go through the feeder, and you stayed in that feeder for a year. When I was going to you through UPS, you had to be up there a whole year before you can get transferred to any other jobs on UPS. A whole year. I had to be in those feeders. From Jacksonville to Orlando. That's how you on either Jacksonville, they tell you where you're going, or you're in Orlando. The third day, the repetition, all that fruit that was coming out there, I was like, I got sick, I was throwing up, but I was determined. Got through that. And the reason why I'm telling y'all this, the lack of discouragement, the lack of ridicule, I mean the ridicule, not the lack of ridicule, because I got plenty of ridicule. None of that made me give up on UPS. Because one thing I have learned from home, I learned about the power of prayer. When you ask for something, you stick to it. I'm not a type of person, because something ain't working out right then and there the way I want to, that I start something else. I don't do that. If I focus and laser in on something, that's where my mind is. That's where all of my energy is going. So, I say that to look down the road now, that I'm 51 years of age. I am making over $100,000 a year over all them other people that were talking about me. I make way more money than them. I need y'all to hear what I'm saying. I make way more money than I'm in a better state of life, and I'm living more of my dreams than they could ever live. Okay? And I'm headed on to millionaire status. But it happened because I had it on the inside. I was already focused. I already knew what I wanted. Did you hear me? You cannot just be asking for stuff and it's not in you. It's not something you want. Because anything you want, you will go through the changes necessary to get it. And a lot of you guys say you want stuff, and then when you start having opposition, you start having resistance, you start giving up. No, I grip down. You understand? Anybody got that good snapper? Some of y'all got them tight cornholes. When you got that grip, you're going to make some things happen, okay? Some of y'all don't know nothing about that because you've been loose so long. But that's besides the point. So I'm sitting there 30 years later. This August will be 30 years. Out of everything that I had to go through, out of all the challenges that I had to go through, look at the position that I am in right now. It started with a dream. It ended up in a vision. I'm going to say it again. It started in a dream. It ended up in a vision. And now I'm in a position in my life at 51 in a better state than all those people that I was interacting at that time. You got to be willing to make the change. You cannot look for the agreement of other people. What's up there? God's elect. A lot of times people look at where I am right now and they don't understand the stuff I already been through. Because one thing about a Sagittarius, they know how to suffer in silence. I want you to that I stuck that out. And I went through things on my job, but them people could not run me out. I don't care how racist, I don't care. I had one center manager tell my shop steward at the time, he said, I'm going to do everything in my power to get Sam fired. My shop steward, he said, and if you go back, he said, I'm going to deny it. He was a Pisces. He told my shop steward, he said, he's going to do everything he can to get me fired. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what happened. It happened on Halloween. I was going out for TDC. TDC is temporary cover driver. Which, once you become a cover driver, you make like maybe a couple dollars less than a full-time driver. I can't remember what it was. It's been so long ago. But it was a big deal. A lot of them, I think it's like $29 an hour or something. I can't remember. It's been so long ago. But that's not the point of the story. So, I had, in order to become a cover driver, with this manager saying that he gonna try to fire me, and with everything in his power, I hadn't did my conjure, did my prayer. So, but I still had to go through the training process, and they can disqualify you for anything. Chris know what I'm talking about. They could disqualify you for anything. So he basically had me by the balls, based off of that. But my balls were in God's hand. They might be hairy, but they was in God's hand. And God got clean hands, and He got healing hands. So my balls were in a good place. So I was, I had filed grievances because they were working other white employees over me. I deal with the same stuff. Like y'all have no idea what I done went through at UPS, but I kept my focus. So I'm on the road, and they just put a lot of stuff back then. You didn't have all the information in your board. They could have packages on you. You wouldn't even know if you got 5 packages. You wouldn't know you got 2 packages. You don't know if you got 50 packages. So just going through that. Let me tell y'all what happened. I ended up bringing back packages, but what I didn't do is I didn't scan them. He fired me. He fired me on the 31st of August. That's what he did. He fired me for not recording packages. I want y'all to hear this. So I had to file a grievance. So what he said was, if he give me my job back, I would have to give up them days that I had worked, and I could start my training over again. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I ain't gonna lie. I told him in the beginning to get my job back. When I got in that office, I ain't never told you that. I ain't never told you I was gonna give up my days. I filed a grievance because my grievance was already gone. But he didn't have any proof that I said that. So he couldn't prove it. And so his boss was there. So I had to have 30 days of driving. My 30th day was on the day he fired me. That's not only did I get my job back, I got qualified as a cover driver by his boss. By his boss. Huh? I told Minister Mario, I said he was driving with suspended license. I said, listen, when we go to God, you tell God the truth. I said, but don't take your ass in that courtroom telling that judge you knew you were driving suspended license. I'm going to say this to God. I told Minister Mario, I said, when we go to God and we go to Spirit, we're going to tell the truth because they can fix this. But when you get your ass in that courtroom, you don't tell that judge that you knew you were driving. The man laws. You understand? So, I said, I not only got my job back, I also got promoted. But not by him. I got promoted by his boss. When I tell you, when God be, and this is what I tell people, just because you get blessed or God gives you something, it doesn't mean, it's like God can promise you Canaan land, but there's giants there you still got to fight for. I don't know why black people feel like if God wanted me to have this, why I got to go through changes? You're not going through changes. You're dealing with everything that everybody else did. If you're going to flow in nature, nature has all kind of seasons, all kind of cycles, all kind of critters, all kind of conditions. You can't just say that you want to practice real magic and you want the ambiance of rainbows and you want the sun shining and you want the perfect weather. It don't work like that. I got everything that I asked God for out of UPS. But I had to go through for it. I had to deal with stuff on it. I had to deal with people trying to undermine me. I had to deal with all of that. And the same thing I told Minister Mario when he started working for UPS. You got to have your mind made up. And you got to have your goal in mind. And a lot of times, even when it comes to jobs, if you ain't got no vision outside of your job, or a vision outside of your marriage, or a vision outside of your company, then you ain't really living. Yeah, that's a scumbag. But you know how management does. UPS, people don't know how dirty UPS manager and supervisors are. And they will lie before Jesus can get the news. It's a mess. But hey, I'm not there for the truth. I'm there for the money. So, I said all this to say to you, none of them people on that job, including my center manager, had to change. I made the adjustment. I wasn't looking for encouragement from my wife. I knew what I had to do. I know how to pray. I knew how to conjure. I knew what I needed to do. And I knew I had to stop him because he was trying to stop me. So my thing is, whether you're working with your blockbuster, your role opening, your mental clarity, your guardian angel instinct, your ancestor, magic is what you make it. Spirituality is what magic is. But how you implement, how you operate, how you think inside of that energy, that's on you. If you tell me you want something, the next thing I'm looking for you is what you're willing to invest to get what you're trying to get. The mere fact you just asking for something, there has to be an energy exchange. This is why I give so heavy, because God done been so good to me, even with my job, even with the thing, getting into an accident on my job and not even realizing how much in danger I was at the time. Minister Mario, son of Ochosi, when he ended up, the tire blew out on his UPS truck going down and was headed for the bridge. Even on wet grass, everybody stopped. On wet grass, God brought that vehicle to a stop. The lady, there's a white woman, they were following behind Mario's truck and she saw what was happening. And she told him, she said, I was praying. Everybody stopped. She said, I was praying. Come on here. Minister Mario could have been out here many, many times. Eku was coming. Mario was coming down that 95. That thing blew out and that truck went off. And it was headed for that bridge and it hit that wet grass and it was sliding. She said, I just knew that truck was going to flip. But let me tell y'all something. He hit a light pole, one of the light poles on 95. He ran over. Now you know that truck supposed to have jetted in. God held, the hand of God was on that truck. When I tell you, when you got a covering, when I tell you doing real, when you doing real conjure, what could have happened did not happen. What people thought was going to happen. She said, oh my God, this white lady, she started praising God with Mario. And she said, I watched the whole thing. And she said, we were right there with I was praying. She's like, Lord. She said, but the way he hit that light pole, she said, that truck is going to flip. But God held it down. Come on here, somebody. God held it down. And so I've had too many instances with the divine. I don't look for people to change. If somebody don't believe the way you believe, how they going to change? If somebody ain't committed like you committed, how they going to change? If somebody is not all in, what are you expecting these people to do? God ain't first. How they going to change? Their Orishas or their Loas and Pungo are not first. How they going to change? They don't see having their spiritual tools. They don't see that I got to get out here and get on my ground. I got to put myself in a better position to get the income that I'm looking for. I don't look for people to change. I change. When I want something, I ain't being nasty about what I'm going to say. If I want some ass bad enough, I will leave my house. I will leave the county to get to what I want. I will make the change. It don't matter what you're doing in life. All this talking about what you can't get. If you want freshwater fish, you will leave the salt water and go where freshwater fish is. If you want a bass, a bass is a fish. You're gonna go where that is. To sit there and want something and not make a change and waiting on the river to come to the land. I'm not that person. I will go to the river. I'm not going to sit there and wait on the crossroad to come to me. I will come to the crossroad. I'm not going to sit there and wait on the grade to come to me. I will go to the grade. I don't have a problem making the change. I don't have a problem putting myself in a situation to get the victory I claim that I want. And so therefore, that's what I teach. I'm not going to sit here and get mad with my congregation. That's why I tell them, I'm telling you what you did and did not do. But what I'm not doing is sitting there waiting on you to change. I don't care if you don't ever change. I am still going to get to my destination. I am still going to obtain what I'm going to obtain. I am still going to, right in your face. Do you hear me? That's how real this is. I'm not even waiting on Padrino Michael. He don't have my vision. Why are you looking for your Tatas, your Mumbos, the Hugans, and all these other people if they don't see your vision? It's okay. Do you see it? Do you have a plan? Do you have a goal? Are you serious about your craft? That's why you can't tell me to sow $1,000. Because $1,000 ain't going to do nothing for me. I learned this from watching TDJ. Sow your seed in the amount where you trying to go. I'm not trying to stay in six-figure, $100,000. I'm not trying to stay there. So I don't mind making a change. I ain't trying to hit me. I'm talking about money now. I'm not trying to stay where I am. I am trying to get to a higher ground. I'm trying to get to deeper depths. And so therefore, if I got to make the adjustment, so before the harvest come, you must sow the seed. I hope somebody catching me. Before you can get the harvest, the seed must be in the ground. So whatever it is that you want out of life, whether it's more education, you want a better life, however it is, one thing I don't teach and one thing that I try to exemplify to people, and especially to my congregation, now I'm going to show them, I'm going to show you, I'm going to get everything that I desire, the big church, I'm getting all of that. Because I am willing to change. You ain't got to change. You don't have to believe God. You don't have to believe that God will make a cattle on 1,000 hills. You don't. You don't have to be no more faithful than you are. You can continue to be disloyal. You can continue to sow sparingly. It's not going to stop the vision. And I, sir, and ma'am, to my platform, to my tribe, to anybody that follow me, I will make the change. You don't ever get aggravated with me. If you can't see the vision, you can't reach the vision, it's fine. I am. If you think I'm doing too much, you ain't got to continue to do what you're doing. If you want to keep sowing $100, you want to consider knowing that you want to live on high, as my mama would say, high on the hog, and you ain't going to get there sowing that. You're not going to get that kind of return sowing that. That's like somebody sowing a plum looking for a watermelon. I call that delusion. You can't get no double waffle over here, sir and ma'am. Only thing you can get over here is dick. And we're gonna start in your throat first. So that's what you're looking for. I can serve that. You can have that your way. But other than that, so I say, I'm showing you my logic. I am showing you why I think the way that I think. I'm showing you why I teach like I teach. But I'm no longer looking for you to change because you don't see the value of my teaching. You don't see the value of me saying the things that I say. So I'm going to show you because I'm going to do it right in front of you. I'm going to show you that I don't have a problem with making the change. And when everybody look up, they'll see me manifesting all this stuff that I was talking about. Because just like my job are all examples of me making a change. Me making the adjustment. I didn't care that my wife did not believe. I did not care that she did not have that kind of. I didn't care what my mother-in-law had said. I didn't care if nobody didn't believe me. That's even down to my biological mother. She talked against my job too. But look at me now. I'm 51 years old and retired right now. I'm vested. Huh? I'm vested. I have my own online business. I have my own church. I'm in a good space. I don't have to kiss nobody's ass. I get paid weekly. I'm higher on the seniority. I think I'm number 4 or 5 on seniority list. None of them people that were talking can give me that. None. None of them. None of the people that were ridiculing what I was doing. You have to consider the source. The person that is criticizing you about your activity, can they give you what your vision can give you? I'm going to say that again. The person that is criticizing, the person that is criticizing you, can they give you the provision that your vision, if your vision speak and lie not and come to pass, can they be equal to your vision? The answer 9 times 10 is no. So why are you listening? Listen to the vision. I got my confirmation through my dream. I never wanted to get it. Miranda said, I know that's right. Huh? I don't mind certain man. Ain't no way that, and I'm basing this off of the things that I hear people tell me they want. You can bring about the changes that are important to you. If they are important to you, for you to get up and make those changes. If I'm going to have a happy home regardless. I'm going to have peace of mind regardless. I don't care who throw at me. I don't care who do conjure. I don't care who support me. Because I know the vision shall speak and not lie. And I will make the change. If Padrino Michael told me in order, because I got to receive Oshun Mare, or some people call Osu Mare. I have to receive that Friday at 11 o'clock. That's when ceremony starts. Guess who's going to leave and be there? If I got to leave my location to win, that's what I'm going to do. I want y'all to look at me. You keep looking at what I'm accomplishing, but if I got to drive to Miami 2 or 3 times to get what I need to get done, that's what I'm going to do. If I got to go to the ocean 9 times, that's what I'm going to do. If I got to go and get a certain doll or a certain herb or a certain bone, guess what, y'all? That's what Chief Apostle Eve is going to do. I'm not going to sit there and talk and complain about what I got to do. I'm going to get her done. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to get her done. Huh? There's no failure in God. And the God in me, the Emmanuel in me, says all is well. This is why when people look up after hearing what's going on, they shocked. We almost got Minister Mario's tree runner talk to the funeral director, and you know, she was in a car accident, so she said she's gonna make sure she get because they got the picture that they want to put on his head. I want on his headstone and all that. I ain't asked his family for a nickel, a penny, a dollar, or a quarter. And one of the reasons I wouldn't have done it, because that ain't who I am. But the second reason, if you can let your mama grade look like that, I know what you feel about your brother. So when it comes down to people, don't be expecting people to do something for you they don't do for themselves. Don't expect. There you go, Miranda. Sow into your own vision. Christianity and people that in Christian faith, y'all believe that everybody got to be on board for a vision to come to pass. When Joseph had his dream, it wasn't nobody in that pit but him. It wasn't nobody in that prison but him. It wasn't nobody in that palace but him. You don't suffer with me, you don't reign with me. It ain't nothing complicated. It ain't absolutely nothing complicated. You don't change with me, you don't reign with me. I don't argue with people. I let people do what they're gonna do, and it is what it is. You can't be motivated the way that I'm motivated because you don't have vision for your life. You just trying to find the next dick, the next piece of pussy. You just trying to find the next fad. When I say fad, it's like, you know, what everybody see is popular. I'm not into none of that. I got a goal, and whatever I need to get to that goal, that's what I'm gonna do. If I gotta kill 900 more raccoons, 800 goats, and 4 camels, it's a wrap. It's a camel. Here, camel. What I need? Huh? I need a gator and a half. Here, gator. I'm gonna get it, y'all. It's really just that simple. I'm here. I'm in it to win it, and whatever it takes. I'm going through my transformation with Insasi. When I tell you that cauldron is powerful, and how that arche that's in that cauldron, how it has transformed my body, and it has with my voodoo, but it has taken a toll on my body. But do I possess the power? Yes, I got that. That transformation was something serious. If you get Insasi and done it correctly, the fact that I got Insasi and Centella flowing through my veins, plus Zarabanda, plus Lucera Mundo, this mansion right here houses a lot of spirits. I have to drink more water, give myself, because of the energy, the arche. I want to do a video later tonight teaching Palo, because I want people to understand, melanated people to understand what that does and what that can do. All of y'all that got y'all graveyard work, that's one thing. That's necromancing. That's my conjure over there. When they're talking to my Palo and those in Pungos, that's real strong. That's what I put with Haitian voodoo. I got both of them in one body. Did you fart? No, that was your mama pussy. It wasn't me. When you got a dick like I got, you make that pussy fart. I'm sorry you had to find out that was your mama pussy, but you asked the question. You should have asked it on the open forum. Should have texted to me. My God said, oh my God, today I needed to tap into this because I am. Come on here. This is what I tell y'all. I never wait on stuff. I always make the change. It's too many of y'all got the mindset of somebody coming and making it happen for you. You have to get into those waters. You have to get into those spaces. You have to get into those places. If it means that to you. And if you got to do whatever sacrificing, you only doing that for yourself. Stop trying to make other tatas, mumbos, or who got everybody feel like, well, listen, I'm not in need of help. And let me explain that. I know who my helper is. I'm going to help myself. I'm going to fuel myself to get the help I need. Ain't nobody fit to stop me from accomplishing. And one of my goals, guys, is all them people that fucked over me and Mario through this process, because they got their own protection, they got their crown, and they got their own God. I'm girding up, because you're not getting away with that. to the Botanica that's in New York that did not give me that almond stump that I paid for, oh, I'm coming for you. I know you got protection up there, and I know I ain't forgot. I don't want the $140 back. I want to cause some damage. Because there's too many people in these ATRs that fuck over black people. And what I am not going to do, I'm going to make the change. See, you ain't got to change how you treat me. But you a damn sure understand there's consequences of treating me like that. You don't have to stop being raped and think you so protected and you think you got so you're in Fumbe. I'm gonna have so much artillery. Like the Bible tell you, before you go to war, sit down and count up the cost. I'm making sure I am armed and dangerous. I want weapons of mass destruction. Oh, I'm not fucking around. Because there's too many of these devious, underhanded, nasty ass, racist ass people that wielding that kind of power and doing melanated people, dog, you gonna pay. And if I got to go through another ceremony, if I got to drink rat piss, if I got to lick raccoon pussy, if I got to smell the nuts of a camel, and I got to stick my hand in the anus of a giraffe, oh well. I can always take a bath later. But right then, I'm going to do what I got to do. Like what it said, Sher Underwood said, she's a no-limit bitch. I'm a no-limit mother sucker. I am. When I tell y'all I'm in this all the way, I want to be where the whales are. I want the depth. I'm in the deep. I'm Olokun down. When I tell you I'm not playing, I'm not tolerating the bullshit that these other tatas and paleros and these other crown priests that are out here doing the bullshit to black people. Oh, you ain't got to change. But I'm going to make sure the consequences come. Huh? If the divine say I got all power from all 9 realms, you're going to have to show me. Because I'm damn sure going for it. Huh? Because I'm sick of this. And I'm not the type of person to keep putting over shit. I do something about it. My moon is in Aries, and I have no problem fighting. I have no problem going to war. I really don't. And if you think I went that far with Minister Mario, I'm damn sure going that far further for myself. Ain't no way up under the sun that anything that me and him been through and what my members done been through, you not getting away with none of that. I don't care who you. I don't care. You got your change up there. Then got your Shango to protect your business. That's why I'm building up my Shango. I got saber spikes in there. Oh, I'm ready for. I got Quicksilver. I'm merging my voodoo. Every nganga, every cauldron, I'm merging my voodoo. Oh, it's I'm going to live to see my desires upon my enemies. I don't know about you. You might not mind people fucking over you and going on about their business, but I'm not looking for karma. I will bring the change. I will bring my own karma. My North Node is in Capricorn. Saturn rule karma. I have no problem in my destiny bringing karma to your ragged ass. And I announced it, so it ain't like I'm throwing a rock and hide my hands. If you know you don't fuck me over, you fuck Minister Mario over anyway, you already know. You already know. You already been. You see how you been working on me? Look at me, huh? My energy is strong. My body holding this power. I'm not breaking down. I'm breaking through. My body is making the adjustments to harness. And I'm going to utilize put the what's happening. What we call it in the black culture, what's happening on your ass. Huh? If you don't know what that means, Google it. Because I have every intention under the sun of putting the what's happening on your ass. Sir and ma'am. Madrina, Padrino, it don't matter. You fucked over me, you got, and to the Lord, whoever you is. You think, if you think I spent $1 and you gonna get away with that? I ain't that type of Negro. You can ask my mama, I wasn't even born like that. I'm doing whatever I got to do, and I'm taking my time. And I'm girding up. Because I don't forget nothing. And now that Minister Mario gone, I got number of time and resources. And I'm going to transform. I don't give a goddamn what I got. If I could transform from a beast to a monster, to a job. Whatever entity that I need to become to fuck you up before I leave this earth, sir, ma'am, I'm on my journey. Because I have no intention of you getting away with that. If I got to go to the pits of the abyss, it's cool with me. It don't bother me at all. Walk with me, Lord. Walk with me. Because I'm going. While I'm on this Jesus journey, I want you, Lord, to walk with me. If I got to sit down at the table of Damon, I'm coming. Whatever I got to morph into, you might well call me Voltron, bitch. Call me Voltron. Because I'm here to assemble. I'm here to assemble. You see all the multicolor? I ain't wearing this for nothing. I'm wearing this on a Monday. On Moon's Day, Cancer. Know who you fooling with. It's going to be so much finding out going on here. They done fucked around and done found out. That's all it is. I would travel wherever. You think you, huh? I will work every day. I will work 52 days a week to accomplish my goal. Huh? I will sell dick. I will do what I got to do to accomplish my goal. I'm like that. All these other people around here praying for a change, I bring my own change. What I got to do. That's all I ask Padrino. What is it? How much it costs? When can you do it? That's how I talk. You sit around and waiting on a change to come. I don't do that. Huh? If the good dick suckers is 4 hours away, here I come. Here I come. And they say, here I go, here I go, here I go. I'm going where I want. If I got to drive across town to get the type of cigar that's necessary for my Egoon, that's what it's going to be. I got one of my cigars. One cigar costs $27. One cigar. It don't bother me. You ain't got to never do what I do. Because you ain't driven like me. But ain't no way I'm going to lose with the stuff I use. I did get some of you guys with the incense burns. Conjure is real. Spirituality is real. You have to be dedicated. You have to create the wealth you need. You got to create the flow you need so you can continue to move in a certain direction. And that's all I've been telling melanated people. This ain't something to fake it to make it. You can't do that. You're gonna mess around and get yourself in a world of trouble. Don't start something you can't finish. Count up the cost before you endeavor. And be vigilant. Go after your coins. So you, and I told the young lady, I was talking to her, I said, whatever you do, baby, don't get broke. Don't let these people break you. Because you need money. You're going to need money to help yourself. If it don't work out, you're still going to need money. And the mere fact that you don't have, you sitting out here spending, because everybody make a choice with their finances. I ain't here to tell you what to do. But I have at some point through this whole process, I have sacrificed my mortgage and everything and my credit. That's how determined I was. And I ain't lose nothing. You do not have to change. I will. And that's why I teach. Great message overall. So, time for folks to start making moves. Thank you, Matthew. I think Garcia. Hit that like button, hit those shares if you will. And thank you for the super chat. Thank you to each and every one of you guys. I am on a whole nother level. I'm gonna do Hollow. I might, cause I did get some rest. So depending on what time it is, I'm gonna probably teach about Apollo later on tonight. I needed this message tonight. All right, Demetrius, that's what I'm talking about. That's what the church is all about, testimony. I am so determined, so geared to get what I'm looking for. Talk like change ain't gonna come talking about it, being upset about it. Change come when you make action. Love the background. Thank you, my Fetty Fun Oya Yanza. My mama. That's my crown. Actually, I'm rocking her. I'm rocking her hat. Yes. I love this energy. I love how she handles me. I love how she protects me. I love how she inspires me. That scorpionic energy that she has. You know, the fierceness. You know, I love that about Cynthia and Paulo. You know, I actually adore the feminine energy that I possess. And it has been such a blessing to my life. The wisdom that they share with me, the insight they give me. I'm like, I know that's right, Shamari. Like, that's my motivator. I'm into winning this. And like I told y'all, this weekend, this whole week that I'm on vacation, I'm gonna be grinding. I'm gonna be grinding. If you want to be a part of it, be a part of it. Do not be a part of the 13 circle. Get up on your graveyard work, and talk to your egoons. Talk to your egoon. Listen, y'all want to level up. Let's do this. You can't look to your egoon to do what you ain't driven to do. You go to your egoon. Listen, I want to be a part of this. I want us to get fed like that. Look what happened, the transformation with Minister Mario and where he at and the power that he wields in the spirit world now. He's the only one in his bloodline on both sides. Look what he done set his daughter up for. Look at the victories that his daughter and the blessing that he's able to bestow upon his own child from the spirit world. Because he went through the transformations. Sickness couldn't even take that. And that's the thing about what I love about spirituality. That's why the Bible calls it the incorruptible riches. Huh? The incorruptible. This what I have on the inside of me is going to be with me for eternity. This in no way, no how is a lost investment. I'm going to have this Ache to eternity. Infinite. I don't just have it in this life. I'm going to have it forever. Eternal. And you don't want to change? You still want octane 87? You don't ever want to get speed to see what it tastes like to have 93 or 97 octane? All right, guys. I got to go. Love y'all. I hope this helped. Hit like and share. That goat almost decomposed. I think I'm almost over the decomposing of the animals in Sete Rayos. The flies done died down. I got to go get Stephen Curry. You're a son of Yemiya. Yemiya is my second mother in Ocha. I don't have my glasses in the bed. I've been just studying for Paulo because I got some stuff to do. All right. Love y'all. I'll see y'all on the flip.